Jayama. India is the last peaceful heartland for most of the Western people, either by their war-torn countries or having been isolated by their family members. So far my knowledge. Such as Austrian lady Miss Blanca and German lady Miss Melita came in India in search of peace of life. It's a true fact of a young German Nazi woman visiting with Anandamayee. Like other Indian and foreigner, both of them got in godly contact with Anandamayee, who was one of the most significant Indian saints and one of the very few women gurus of our times. A German fled Nazi youth woman propaganda leader at the age of 20, and by profession she was journalist and novelist, escaped from detention camp and arrived in Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, after some time, she came in India and miraculously met Anandamayee by sheer coincidence at Almora, India, as per my knowledge. When Melita was traveling there, fortunate Melita, by divine bless of Melita traveled with throughout India for about 2 years, though she was supposed to return back in Germany within a fortnight in the summer of 1962. Ultimately, Melita surrendered at the lotus feet of traveled with throughout India and made India her permanent home. Like Miss Blanca of Austria, besides having visited luminaries like Mother Teresa, Rehana Tabji, a grand old lady who was associated with Mahatma Gandhi, a Tantra Lama, and many others, to realize finally, like German author Hermann Hesse written book Siddharth, that she had to look into herself to get the ultimate answer. Melita's traveling experiences with for a long period are not the product of her book Blissful Encounter with of a mere credulous devotee's mind, but the report of a critical-minded and cautioned journalist is so impressive and enlightening, at times thrilling, elegant in style, objective in approach. This book was first published in 1967 under the title Dar Tiger Sings Kirtana, means a tiger sings a kirtana. It was revised and enlarged and was published in 1990 under the German title, which means a very ordinary saint. It was also published in paperback edition in 1992. And this German edition book was translated into English by Dr. S.B. Shrotri, S-H-R-O-T-R-I, who was professor in German language at Karnataka University, Dharwad. The book gives a lively account of Anandamayyee's life and work, of a saint whose both feet were firmly on the ground and who inspired not only people of all faiths but could also give something to someone what one wanted, whether a believer or an atheist, an artist or a scholar, a politician or a housewife, a writer or a simple farmer. But this book is not only an account of Ma, it is a fascinating account of Melita Maschmann's encounter with the divine India. For she met only religious people. However, her trials and tribulations, her joys and sorrows, in the constant company of Ma, Melita endured her way through questions and more questions, doubts and more doubts in her search for the ultimate truth. About Melita's background life in Germany as a Nazi young woman leader for propaganda. Melita Maschmann was at the helm of the affairs in Germany during the Nazi period of Holocaust. She was an active member of the youth wing of the party. At the end of the war, she realized that she was supporting a wrong cause, and she openly opposed the movement which was started again immediately after the war. The result was that she was hounded and kept in the detention camp. She escaped from the detention camp to Afghanistan and earned her livelihood there as a journalist for German newspapers. However, in the summer of 1962, she wanted to return to Germany, but after traveling in India for a fortnight, a sheer coincidence brought her to Anandamayee. She cancelled all her travel plans, stayed with Ma, traveled through India with her, and made India her home permanently. Melita is here as a Nazi young leader, young Melita. Young Melita is here. Beautiful Melita is here. Melita as a Nazi young leader for propaganda. March past of the soldiers of Nazi. Hitler taking salutes from the soldiers. Hitler directing the march past of the soldiers. The young Nazi girls waving their Nazi flags. Young Nazi Melita. The book written on fascism, Nazism and the Holocaust. Teenage Nazi girls were trying to handshake with Hitler as they were basically molded. Teenage Melita. The book, The Shame of Survival, Working Through a Nazi Childhood, written about the so-called shameful lives of young German women, how they were exploited by the Nazi soldiers. This is the episode of film Teenage. Account rendered book written by Melita about her life in Germany during Nazi. Written by Melita Bilanz about Holocaust in Germany and elsewhere. Account rendered the Nazi life history of Melita. Written book by Melita the 13th in German language. The 13th, written by Melita, novel. It is book in German language about Jews, which Hitler eliminating the Jews. This book written by Melita in German language. This book also in German language by Melita. This is account rendered the life story of Nazi Melita. This book also written by Melita in German. Melita. Melita during detention camp. This report is here. She born on 10th January 1918. This is Fascist book written by Melita Maschmann in German language. This book about encounter bliss of Ma, blissful encounter with Ma. This is about Ma in German language. This is the first book written by Melita about Ma in German language. The Tiger Sings Kirtana. This is in German language about blissful encounter with Ma. Melita Maschmann at old age in 1980. Jai Ma. The morality of this video is that time and again history teaches us demon war monks appeared in the past, within bracket even now, but they disappeared after Holocaust, did not last long, but it proves that the spiritual monks last forever. War monks are not worshipped in the churches and temples, but spiritual monks for centuries. Ma Anandamayee is worshipped throughout the Western world, besides India, as their universal mother, and it is recognized. All over the world, books on Ma has been published in German language, French, Italian, Spanish, so on. Even Ma never traveled abroad or sent her missions about her publicity. This is the miracle and amazing facts. Jai Ma. Please share this video and subscribe this channel for notification of the next video about Miss Blanca Atmananda's life.